I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I can't do anything. Let me turn this down a little bit. It might be too loud. I don't know. So, yeah, now I can't hear it at all. I got YouTube playing in the background. Um, but anyway, I'm about to do my makeup, so I just wanted to, do a little get ready with me in this vlog or whatever. But this is gonna be like super quick because I gotta hurry up, so I can film the other part of this video, this lookbook video or whatever. I really think you guys are gonna like this. So hopefully by the time this goes up, that lookbook will already be live. So, but yeah, I wanted to come on here and like just vent a little bit and rant because I don't have anybody else that I can talk to about this kind of stuff. I was gonna go live, but the thing is, I deactivated my Instagram, which brings me to the whole point of my rant. I deactivated my Instagram because I don't know, I feel like it was such a distraction. Like, don't get me wrong, I love being on Instagram, like I love social media or whatever, but sometimes it can be a lot. I mean, I feel like we all know this. Like, if you're on Instagram, especially if you're active on Instagram, like, it can be a lot sometimes, and like, you just need to take a break. And I feel like that's where I was. I have some personal things going on that I'm trying to change in my life and like upgrade, get to the next level. Like, I'm trying to level up, and Instagram just was taking so much time away from my day. And it's unfortunate because I need it for work, and I need it for helping to like grow my YouTube channel. Like, if you guys see my videos, I always plug my Instagram, and you can't, if you want to connect with me or follow me or whatever, I need it for that. But it's like, it was hard for me finding a balance, and I found myself getting on there when I didn't, like, just being on there too much. I am planning to make a separate video about this whole thing, but like, I struggle with anxiety, maybe even like depression sometimes, whatever. And I notice when I'm not in a good mood, like emotionally, you need an escape, or you do things as like an escape or for a distraction to distract you from how you're really feeling. And I feel like I was using Instagram as that. Normally it would be like a relationship, but I'm not in one. Or going out and just being out in the street, like, moving and shaking, partying, going out, being at not the club, but like, just going out. But I'm not doing that either because of the pandemic or whatever. So like, Instagram is what it became, or social media in general. YouTube is good because yeah, I mean, I enjoyed this. It's not the same. This is kind of like work or whatever. Twitter, I can get on and off. Like, TikTok is fun, but I don't spend as much time. Instagram is the platform that I spend the most time on. So I was just on there. Just on there. Way, way more than I should have been. So I'm just like, you know what, Trenae, just take a break. So that's why I deactivated my account. Not to mention, people just, I don't know, like, I want to expand my network. That's part of the reason why I'm on YouTube. That's why I am on Instagram and social media. Just so that I can meet and connect with more people. Different people who are, like-minded, have different experiences in life. And what I have been exposed to, or what I have been, just surrounded by, like, I'm tired of that and I want something different. And I feel like most of the people, this is no like shade or dig to them, but most of the people that I follow on Instagram are people that I know personally, most of them. And I was just tired of the same thing all the time, seeing it. Like, I'm just tired of that. Like, I want something different. I'm in a space where I just feel like a lot of that stuff I can't identify with anymore. So it was either I unfollow like a whole lot of people, like 300 people, or I just deactivate my page for a little while. So that's why I did it. That's basically what that was about. And I feel good about it. Like, I'm not honestly missing it at all. Sometimes, depending on, like, for certain stuff, but for the most part, I'm okay with not being on Instagram. I felt like pressure to always have content, like posting on there or whatever, to try to grow my following. But I'm just like, whatever at this point. I needed to take a break. I needed to focus more on like real life stuff and not social media stuff. And while I want to grow my Instagram following or whatever and grow my social media following and presence, real life stuff is more important right now. So that got to take a big seat. I feel like that is a good business move, but like real life, I got to like, get that together. So that's why I took a break. And I also felt like again, it was a distraction and I need to just refocus, recenter, whatever. So I wanted to get more into like a routine. I was feeling super overwhelmed and unorganized. I feel like nobody talks about, granted, I know like being a YouTuber is hard. It's hard work. I didn't realize how much work went into it. I wouldn't say hard work, but it's a lot of work. Because it's not hard, because it's something that I enjoy. And I feel like if you enjoy it, then it's not hard. It's just a lot. And I knew that it was a lot of work, but I didn't realize, I didn't realize how much goes into it. And so I do feel like it's very rewarding. And honestly, like, I was shocked at the amount of money these girls were making, or, people who are YouTubers or social media influencers or whatever. Excuse me. At first, like, I was shocked when I found out how much money they actually make. But now that I'm trying to, like, now that I'm doing this consistently and I consider myself to be a YouTuber and I'm growing, like, now I understand. It's justifiable. But I feel like nobody talks about, or at least I don't see, because granted, it would be like from small channels. So I haven't discovered any of these channels as of yet. But you see videos all the time when people who have a large following just, the day in the life of an influencer, and they may talk about stuff, creating content, getting burnout, all that stuff, but it's their job for them. Whereas for newer or smaller YouTubers, people who are trying to get to that point, nobody actually talks about how draining it can be, because you have to perform at the same level of YouTubers who are getting paid. This is their job. This is what they do. You have to perform at the same level to get to that point, but you're not getting anything in return. And it's a true test of your faith and a true test of how much you actually enjoy doing this, because you have to put out so much for so little. And granted, I appreciate every single follower that every single subscriber that I have. I think I'm at like 328 now, or 326, something like that. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank every 326 of you for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it so much. And I appreciate all of the interaction that I get and engagement that I get. Like, there are some people who I know that watch my videos like regularly, and they engage regularly, they comment, they like the videos, whatever, and they give me feedback. I am so grateful for you all. So I don't want this to come off as like whatever, unappreciative, because it's not that. However, for anything in like for any type of work, you want to get an incentive. That's just like if you have a job, like a literal like like a 9 to 5, your incentive, your number one incentive is getting paid. And YouTube is a job. Creating content for YouTube is a job, but you're not getting paid until you get to a certain point. You're not getting paid. So it's a true test of like just your faith in yourself, how much you enjoy connecting with people, putting out content, you know, creating content. And it's like a huge investment. I'm gonna just say that it's a huge investment in your time and even in your money, because sometimes, you know, you make videos and you have to spend money. Like, that's why I wanted to get away from all these hauls and stuff, because not only do I want to cut down on just the consumerism, like, and me buying stuff, but I also, it's expensive. And it's like, those are popular videos. Like, hauls are things that if you're in the fashion space, like if you have a fashion channel, that's what these girls want to see. But if you're not like getting paid or sponsorships to get the clothes, that's a bill. If you're on YouTube, when you're first starting out, you have to like still live and sustain. So, you know, it's just a hard balance, because you have to work like to get money to be able to eat and keep your lights on and keep gas in your car and all that stuff, on top of still having to perform as close to the level of, you know, these bigger YouTubers who are actually getting paid and who do this for a living. And it's just stressful. Like, and I was feeling it. Like, the last maybe like 2 weeks, I was feeling it, because like I said, you constantly have to come up with content, come up with ideas that people actually care about and want to see. And you're constantly thinking about, okay, well, what can I do that's going to be that video to pop, that's going to be that video that goes viral, in a sense, to draw people in so that my channel will grow. And that within itself is a challenge, because it's like, you're like, child, I don't know what to do, I don't know what these people want to see. And it's pressure. And until you get to that point, you're like always having to deal with that. And like, I don't ever hear anybody talk about that. Even like bigger YouTubers, I've never heard them talk about that like in the beginning of their journey. Not to say that they haven't, because they may have. And as a new YouTuber, I wouldn't even consider myself a micro influencer, because I wouldn't. But as a new YouTuber, someone who's trying to build their channel, like, that is a struggle, okay? Like, it is a mental battle, a mental thing that you really have to like find strength within yourself to be like, yeah, I gotta do this, I gotta get this done, because you gotta come up with content, you gotta come up with interesting content that the people want to see. You thinking of ideas and videos that are going to actually get you exposure, that's going to gain traction. And then you have to like be consistent, all while balancing your everyday life, be it a job, because you need money to sustain until you're able to, you know, use YouTube as a platform for you to do that. Like, it's just a lot. And I know that it's a huge like, the reward is definitely greater than the risk, and I'm for it. Like, this is not saying that I'm gonna quit or it's too much for me. I'm up for the challenge, okay? I'm up for the challenge. But it's just, you have those moments where you're like, girl, whoo, whoo, child. It's like that. I've been feeling that for the past couple of weeks. It just was taking a lot out of me. Like, you know, just in trying to find like that work-life balance between, you know, making videos and living your normal life, not feeling burnt out, trying to maintain other projects and work and life responsibility. So I just was feeling burnt out, and like, I was under a lot of stress. So that's another reason why I had to deactivate my Instagram account, because it was just all too much. And I was like, you know what, I'm so overwhelmed, like, I can't do anything, and I'm just scrolling on Instagram all day as a way to distract myself from doing the things that need to be done. If you want to follow me on Instagram, if you've tried and you haven't been able to, like, you haven't been able to find my page, that's why, because I deactivated it. And then, like, that's a little sucky too, because I want you guys to be able to follow me and like talk to me on there. And, you know, if you want some outfit inspiration or makeup inspiration, something like that, like, I want you guys to be able to follow me on there. But that's just, yeah, so that's where I'm at with that whole thing. And that's what I wanted to vent about, because like I said, I just don't ever see anybody talking about that. Like, I see people talking about how Instagram is hard, not Instagram, how YouTube is hard, is a lot of work, because it is. It can be very overwhelming. But imagine going to work every day and they like, oh, well, we're definitely going to pay you and we're going to pay you very well. Well, you have the opportunity to be paid very well. It's not a guarantee, but you have the opportunity to be paid very, very well for your work, but we don't have a definite time frame as to when that's actually, like, we don't have a definite time frame of how long you'll have to work before the possibility of you getting paid very, very well. Imagine you going on a job interview and they say, oh yeah, well, the position pays $12,000 to $15,000 a month, but you'll have to work for us for anywhere from 6 months to 3 years before you start getting that $12,000 to $15,000 a month salary. Like, would you take the job? Would you accept the job? I mean, I don't think that you would. I don't know. I probably wouldn't. Like, if it was a job, you would be looking at them like, what? Are you you're not serious. This is a joke, right? That's kind of how it works. That's kind of how it feels when you are a YouTuber, when you're starting a new channel, which is why, you know, it's something that you have to like doing. And I do like doing it. I enjoy it a lot. Because otherwise, child, I wouldn't keep doing it. But, it just can be overwhelming for sure, especially when you have other stuff going on. You know, with people who do this for a living, this is all they have to worry about. Granted, you get other things like brand deals, sponsorships, but I feel like that's all intertwined, because the sponsorships is like, okay, you're getting a sponsorship, but you just are making a YouTube video, which is what you would make anyway, because that's what you do for a living, you know? Yeah, so just say a prayer for me. Send some love my way. Granted, I'm not, like, I can handle it for sure, and I know that, I don't know if any of you are religious, but I believe in God, and I believe that in the saying that God doesn't give you more than you can handle. And like, I was called to do this. There are people who believe in me, that believe that I should be doing this, and they were motivation for me to even get back into YouTube and being consistent at it, because I've had a channel for like 4 years, but it wasn't until lockdown that I actually started being consistent. So I know that this is like a process. Child, it's girls that have been on YouTube for 10 years, and like a lot of times it may take 2 to 3 years for your channel to pop. I'm hoping that's not the case for me. I'm just saying, you know. So yeah, say a prayer for your girl. Send me some motivation. Keep, like, you know, interacting with me, engaging with me on my, as a matter of fact, like this vlog right now. Go and hit the thumbs up button if you, just as a way for me to be able to feel your support, and for you to be like, yeah girl, keep going, you got this, we enjoy your videos, we enjoy your content, we want you to keep at it. Like, just to send some love my way, just give me a thumbs up on this video. But yeah, so I'm going to see you guys in a bit.